Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What If the Continents and Oceans Switched. In the last episode, we saw a ton of colonization of different countries. For instance, all this African area is pretty colonized now. There's the blue team. We see the green team. We see up in the north, there's this area that's colonized. And then there's tons of colonies down south. So if you want to see more of this video, there's also China. If you want to see more of this series, please show your support. But let's get into the video. We're going to start off by the blue team, and they're making another colony. And this time, it's attacking these guys. So, they go in, and they just take them all over. It's as simple as that. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these red dots right now. So here is the blue team's new colony, and they're not really going to be expanding this much because they can't really expand. But next we see these colonies down here. They're going to be exploring out a little bit more. And they're going to start just trying to go this way. They don't really do that much going that way, though. But they do work out a border agreement with these guys. And it's basically colonization borders, if you know what I mean. That looks disgusting. Let me fix that up real quick. It's a little better, I guess. I was really gonna have them expand probably up to there. And then we can just expand that a little bit better. Okay, that looks a little better now. But now, as we know, the all team, so, as we all know, there are a few alliances in this. We have the Diamond Alliance, the Trapezoid Alliance, the Circle Alliance, the Triangle Alliance, and the Square Rectangle Alliance. And all these guys don't like another alliance. For instance, the Diamond Alliance doesn't like the Rectangle Alliance. They don't like each other. The Triangle Alliance doesn't really like the Circle Alliance. And the Circle Alliance doesn't really like the Triangle Alliance or the Trapezoid Alliance. And the Trapezoid Alliance doesn't really like the Diamond Alliance. They all just don't really like each other. But we see a member joining one of these teams. And that's actually going to be someone joining the Rectangle team. And it's the yellow team. The yellow team has decided to join up with them. And this is basically just to get back at the top two strongest in the world, I'm pretty sure. The third and the second strongest in the world, because this guy's the first. So there we go. There's our new alliances, and pretty much after this, we see the Trapezoid Alliance making their own colonies. The pink team knows that there's land down here, and they know that the peach team is trying to unite this. So they attacked these two countries right here, and they pretty much these three countries actually, and they annex all three of them into their empire. Which makes it sound a little bit more strong. That makes them sound a little bit more stronger than they really are. Because it's not really. It's a colonial empire, yes, technically it is, but it's more like Italy in the sense of like Italy and Germany, who didn't really have like the Netherlands, who didn't really have like that big of empires, like big empires like the Dutch Indonesia, Namibia, with Germany and like Libya. So like, yeah, they're not really that big, and that's probably going to be the whole colony. But after this, we see the Peach team going down into these guys, and they're going to take all these guys over, as well as attacking this guy up here, and they march in. At the same time, the Lime team is going to take over this country. So they both have these new countries right here. And then they go ahead and make some better borders that actually look a little better. Then we see the Peach team going into this country. And this one I'm actually going to count as invading, because it's not really like just moving their troops in and then making it their home. But they end up taking the whole area. And in the peace treaty, they just get rid of them like normal. The Pink team, however, they're deciding that they want to expand their tiny colony just a little bit. Oh. And then, of course, we see the Peach team moving up to meet them with that. As well as them exploring some more. Actually, they explore a lot because they're curious. There we go, some exploring. And now there's really no one over here besides down south and up north that really have it. We'll take a look up north in a second. But we see the Peach team going through and taking this country over. But all of the guys work out an agreement that pretty much just states, hello? Why is this dot here? Okay. That's not one to get rid of. But, we see them being captured. I really do not know how to get rid of this capital. Oh, that was all simple. But they make an agreement with these guys, and they say, if you give us just a little tiny bit of your land, we won't bother you. So they do that. And now, everybody's happy. Yay. Hooray. Besides for these guys, as they're about to get jumped by the red team and the blue team. The blue team takes the southern one, and the red team takes the northern one. But that's not before these guys get in on this, and they start taking this area. And the red team is not they're not happy about this. And the red team actually kind of surrounds the blue team. So they go ahead and they work out an agreement, since they are allies, that to give the blue team that much land and the dissolvement of those two. Meanwhile, there are a lot of different border issues along this border because of what just happened. But the real borders look something like this. And meanwhile, up here, the yellow team, one and only colony, is going to be expanding into this country. As well as just expanding around the British Isles. The purple team is also going to expand. But they expand more into like Scandinavia. And of course, they explore a lot more. And they actually meet up with some other explorers up in the north, confirming that these areas are connected, but it's terribly cold. But they don't care, as they're just going to set up some colonies anyways, and explore a little bit more out. eventually they reach the Lake of Iceland. And they find all that. And you'll notice that they're getting pretty close to the New World area. That's right here. The New World Sea, I guess. They go across it and they reach the New World. I guess the New World in the sense. Technically, the New World is actually everything across this line. It's like the New World. Then technically we gotta count all of this. So everything this side of Africa, basically, over here, is the New World. And then I guess we're counting, in these guys' sense, they're counting this area as the New World as well. But now we're going to look up at some more, not really more colonial expansion. They can't really go anywhere. But these guys, the Great Team, has decided they're going to take out this country and they're going to go back into China. And they're just going to take just a little bit more land. So now their colony is connected up with their original colony area. Meanwhile, the strongest nation in the world, being the light red team, is going to expand around these lakes. There's a ton of them in this area, it seems, and they've actually found the Australian team. They don't really like the Australian team. But they also take over this area right down here. And now they're actually getting humongous, and they probably should stop expanding. So that is exactly what they do. Now at this point, we're seeing a lot of tensions rising. And to illustrate those tensions, we're going to put them onto two sides. The blue side and the red side. In the red side, we see the Diamond Alliance. Diamond Alliance is on the red side. And then after that, we see not the triangle team, we see the rectangle team doing the blue side. And then a little bit after this, we also see the blue, the triangle team joining the blue. And then these guys join the red. And these guys just really stay out of it for now. This might change. But these are what the tensions are looking like for now. And we're actually going to see a result of this. And this is going to be the First World War coming next episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.